Wait, what happened at the intersection of hip-hop, love, and Grey's Anatomy? There was a full-fledged fistfight in the birthing room. Not backstage at a reunion special or baby shower, or even backstage at a rap duel between Remy Ma and Claressa. Shield you, read properly. Upon realizing that someone was indeed in labor, the nurse immediately felt sorrow for trying to intervene. What did we do? It was stated that a nurse yelled, "This isn't in my job description." As the chaos in the hospital transformed from baby bottles to black eyes in less than 60 seconds. The most crucial question was who swung first and whose child was born. Remy grabbed my sister Clarissa's gloves and ran off as Claressa braced herself. Was this another love triangle meltdown, a failed DNA test, or one of Remy's insane episodes? Prepare for what could the most ridiculous thing ever. Get some popcorn, put on your scrubs, and brace yourself for a whole new level of madness. Two grown women chose to throw their hands near to a fetal heart monitor, which prompted a nurse to yell, not the sort you expect in a delivery room, nor the kind that comes with pushing and breathing in new life. Black Remy Ma entered the hospital as if she were the owner. Claressa Shields was 10 centimeters along in her labor when Remy arrived. And for some reason, no one stepped in to help. They may have simply known that something crazy was about to happen, or they may have been curious or afraid. Shades an elegant purse at a cold setting caused the room's temperature to plummet. The nurses froze Papooses' face blank, as though his soul had been examined, and the tension was like a damp mop. When she entered the doorway, Remy didn't say hello or inquire about the baby. Instead, she just glanced at Claressa, who was perspiring and breathing shakily, and shouted, loud enough to cause a spike on the heart monitor, "Let's see if this baby is okay. Just a moment. My husband's nose is mine. Your contractions are spaced apart by minutes, and you are in labor and pushing." A little later, your husband's wife enters the room and begins discussing genetics. Already nervous, this was the last straw for Claressa. Without even looking, she gritted her teeth and muttered it, and Remy came slowly, unflinching, like a villain in a horror film. The entire floor let out a terrified scream as the film leaned in and whispered something in Claressa's ear instead. Claressa had spent hours earlier eating ice chips and making plans for baby names, so anything she said must have been nasty. Then, while still in labor, she threw her arm into the air and punched Remy in the jaw with all the fury of a boxer. The surprise is that, in addition to evading, Remy also ducked, causing a pillow swing that was so violent that it tore at the seams and strewn feathers all over the place. Like a snow globe full of consternation and regret. Where was the man in the corner, the bootleg wax figure Papoose, who was said to be linked to both ladies? He stared at his child's mother without blinking or moving. "This isn't in my job description," but it was too late. The baby monitor got knocked to the floor, the brawl was on hair, and a tray of sterilized tools clattered like cymbals, yelled Tasha, a nurse who was allegedly on leave, as he and his longtime wife began acting like WWE, preventing the four lines from flying was the nurse's goal. Claressa was shouting about betrayal contracts. Who actually handled the crib, loyalty, lying, and not being anyone's sidekick during a marching band? The poor nurse was attempting to separate two women who could both bench press her effortlessly. Which is what went wrong. You can watch the full disaster in 4K on the internet, but guess who released the video? A daughter who had a 96 tattoo. On Reddit claimed that it was the hospital DJ and not a staff member. In case you missed it, the hospital DJ was doing a live Twitch stream. He was meant to be playing calming baby lullabies in the corner of the room. But instead, Remy Ma versus Claressa. Labor Lockdown Edition was broadcast live and without interruption. As soon as the video gained popularity, the Shade Room posted it, and then Lipstick Alley and Twitter, where the hashtags were going crazy. Let's ignore these comments and set aside the nurse who needs rehabilitation. One commenter even described The fight as a scene of deadly warfare, saying Papoose really stood there like he was buffering. Another user added, "I just watched a woman give birth and throw hands at the same time. God is still making warriors." But beneath all the jokes and memes, there was a recurring question that everyone wanted to know. Why did Remy actually show up health bars with the slogan, "Finish her"? It was not a surprise visit, and it was unrelated to love, closure, or the baby. There are many who think Remy learned something just before the baby was delivered. She didn't come to talk. Came to settle a score. Whether it was an old movie, a DNA test, or even a text from Pap, it was explosive and confirmed all of her concerns just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. The 17-second video divided the internet in two as it showed the chaos inside Claressa's delivery. Loaded with feathers. In the uploaded film, Remy Ma is seen standing over Claressa's bed as if she is going to deliver court documents rather than checking on a newborn. Claressa is panting and sweating, and her expression is cold and soulless, simply war-ready. The rumor went viral on social media regardless of its accuracy. Let's take a closer look at each frame. She is holding the hospital railing in one hand, and her belly in the other as if she were about to say something important. But the camera stops her in the midst, and she just swings. When someone in the crowd gasps, a separate voice responds, "Oh no, she didn't." The person who said this very much resembled DJ Tone at DO8, who was supposed to watch a live UFC promo rather than relaxing rain sounds. And everyone on Facebook, including beauty influencers, aunties, and battle rappers, had an opinion. Before she entered, a purported screenshot of a Shields Claressa DNA test was posted online. It lacked the alleged father's identity, but had the same timestamp as the morning of the delivery. For a moment, let's be honest, what does that prove? No, but has that stopped the internet from going crazy? The whole story suddenly changed. Investigators used background recordings to attempt light breathing Remy's whisper into Claressa's ear after what began as a furious quarrel in a hospital room turned into a comprehensive investigation. Although it is unquestionably false to hypothesize that Remy Ma actually broke into the system to get hospital records, the lies in this story spread more quickly than the truth. Even worse, a gossip blog published an audio recording that was purportedly taken inside the hospital room just before fists were raised. 12 hours after the incident. 3 voices can be heard on the recording: Claressa, Remy, and what fans believe to be Papoose, a male voice, perhaps that of Papa. Murmurs, "Let's just focus on the baby." Claressa continues, "I told you I didn't plan this. I didn't mean for it to go this far." To which Remy replies, "Don't play me. You were never just a friend. You had a whole timeline behind my back. You better hope that baby doesn't look like you," was Remy's subsequent remark that caused the comment sections to go crazy. A former hospital nurse said that she knew she had the test because she saw something before she ever entered the room, as if that weren't strange enough. During this time, you had months to focus on the baby. According to a blogger IDMT, Claressa listed Papoose Mackey as a support person on her admissions paperwork instead of a friend or family member. Papoose Mackey's reputation has suffered the most after he was betrayed 5 times and spelled faithfulness in Sharpie over his fitted cap. Whether this is pettiness or politeness is up for debate, but there is no doubting the drama. The tweet, "Which one do I hand the baby to another?" went viral a few seasons later. Remy Ma battled on behalf of her guy, while Claressa fought by her side. The infant only desired a tranquil birth. Could we talk a little about the hospital staff? The doctor reportedly asked to be moved and ceased talking, currently only delivering cats and small dogs at a nearby pet hospital. Tasha, the poor nurse who had to step in, became a TikTok sensation after posting a story time video the next day, in scrubs while sipping tea and doing something with her tongue. As stated by the physician, "I didn't sign up." Nobody can ignore what is going on at the Love and Hip Hop Maternity Hospital. despite all of the drama, chaos, and memes surrounding it. Even though Remy Ma may have thrown the first pillow and Claressa may have dealt the first blow, everyone is currently watching Papoose, who hasn't spoken in public yet, to see what will happen next. Since the incident in the delivery room, fans have demanded comment, claiming that Claressa's camp is assembling a case and that Remy's PR staff has gone into full lockdown mode. Meanwhile, it is said that the hospital is investigating the situation. No Instagram images, tweets, or even passive-aggressive story postings from Drake have had any unclear lyrics. When a public fight occurs next to a delivery bed, security measures and the potential to charge someone for disturbance of care are possible, though they are rare. If you thought that was where the insanity would stop, you better think again. Following a little pause, Papoose is now being attacked from every angle. It's not only following on social media. Now, Remy's inner circle and Claressa's camp are openly questioning if he is truly as innocent as he is acting. If Papoose was more than just a support system. For example, they are bringing up difficult questions. Had he heard about Claressa's pregnancy before Remy did? Did he always lean one way or the other? Finally, bombs are being dropped on civilians. Is Papoose, in your opinion, the biological father of Claressa's child? You think that was dramatic? Prepare yourself for even more odd things to happen behind the scenes. It's an unidentified hospital. Source says Papoose spent the whole birth in a private room using his phone rather than holding Claressa's hand or being by her side. Papoose was allegedly calling several influential people in a room. What calls? At that point, things start to get unclear. Some conspiracy theorists say he was calling to secure his next major project, while others think he was negotiating a reality TV deal based on this particular drama. The reality is that in this era of crises involving fake news, anything may happen. Here is the following all of this. Claressa's camp gets legal teams involved, and they aren't just playing the victim. They are investigating prospective parental rights, DNA testing, gathering evidence, and getting ready for a full-scale custody battle. Don't even bring up Remy Ma. She hasn't been anyplace. One thing is certain, though, she has a plan. Since Remy Ma spent days attempting to hide from social media, this isn't simply a family problem. Let's face it, it's a battle for her reputation. It has been said that her legal team is working overtime to make sure Papoose's child isn't seizing her throne. Despite the fact that she may be grinning in public, she is secretly plotting to stop Papoose from pulling a quick one and achieving more than just a baby. Insiders also say a thorough investigation of the hospital's involvement in this mess is in progress. She has spent years building her empire, and now this problem threatens to cap it all off. It appears that the hospital is being sued by both parties due to the tense circumstances in the delivery room and the publicly available video. Their failure to break up a fight during a potentially lethal delivery, their unprofessional demeanor, and the security breach make them a prime target for an investigation. Along with the medical personnel, the nurse who tried to. Now, let's talk about the media flurry that followed. As soon as the leaked film was made public, it not only went viral but also sparked an online debate in which everyone and their grandmother had something to say. Despite her permanent suspension, you shouldn't feel sorry for her just yet. Rumor has it that she is currently trying to profit from the situation by writing a book that will uncover everything. Did all of this serve as a publicity stunt? Was this baby known to Papoose? Was Claressa planning to take Remy to task? Not just the mainstream media were involved. YouTubers, bloggers, and Instagram influencers went berserk, turning this delivery room altercation into full-length movies and shaming Remy Ma in a ton of viral videos and comment sections. Who is to say? It appears that Claressa Shields is the play's true star. She has mostly remained mute despite the growing volume of the rumors, allowing the world to draw conclusions while she avoids the limelight. Claressa may have been playing the long game all along because Remy Ma and Papoose have given off the impression of being an unbreakable family and have always been flawless in public. Claressa had been waiting for this moment, assuming the rumors are accurate while she observed Papoose and Remy's relationship deteriorate in the background. She is now ready to leave with everything, including more public sympathy and possibly even a significant boost to her career. Meanwhile, there is a risk to Papoose's employment. He has been accused of being the puppet master behind the scenes. But there is no longer any belief that he is the weakest link in this catastrophe. Fans have criticized him for his lack of communication and for reportedly not being able to make decisions in his own marriage. Father, or was his life ruined by a scandal he became entangled in? Unexpectedly, Claressa is allegedly already negotiating with big entertainment networks for an exclusive interview over the whole affair. Imagine talking to Claressa Shields about how she went from being a boxing champion to becoming a real soap opera star. Discuss shifting occupations. How will Remy and Papoose be impacted by this controversy? Will they survive it without any problems? Will they ever be able to reconcile? Or will their marriage end in divorce? How is the baby going to do? Will it serve as the two parties' greatest bargaining chip in a custody dispute or as a sign of amity? The world is watching, and the drama has only just begun. However, one thing is certain: this will not be a peaceful conflict. Therefore, buckle up, as this scandal will impact everyone's future. As each shocking development happens, we'll be here to inform you. You, the viewer, must learn the real story of Remy Papoose and Claressa's relationship. Who, in your opinion, is most accountable for this whole situation? What do you think of this ridiculous scandal? Did Remy Ma have a right to walk? Will Remy and Papoose survive this catastrophe? Or is this the end of an era? Please subscribe, make a comment, and keep checking back, because we'll be releasing more unique updates that will keep you excited. You won't want to miss a moment of this drama, we promise. And it is far from over. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below on whether Papoose is truly in charge of this, or whether he became involved in a dispute that he didn't initiate. What's up with the baby? Will this be the only thing that makes these two ladies happy, or will it be used as a weapon in a custody dispute? Was Claressa entitled to protect herself in the delivery room? Please hit the like button if you're as interested in this ongoing drama as we are. We know you're eager for further updates. Their lives could be destroyed by this conflict. You should also click subscribe and enable notifications so that you don't miss any of the stories surprising turns. We assure you that your friends will want to be updated as this fire continues, so don't forget to tell them about it. Don't worry about the headlines. We'll be back with more bloody drama you love, exclusive leaks, and surprising disclosures. Be on the lookout for the gossip spill vibe, where the truth is rarely nice but always fascinating. There is still fighting going on, and we're simply commencing.